Okay, so as we enter the practice of Yoga Nidra today, taking a moment to make sure you're as comfortable as possible. Lying on your back in Shavasana, the corpse pose, and maybe checking that the head is supported by a folded blanket. You might also want a blanket underneath the tailbone or sacrum to support that area. A bolster or some more rolled up blankets under the knees to support the lower back. And you might want several blankets on top of you, enough so that you're warm without feeling too stuffy or sleepy. If it's comfortable to have the arms by the side, palms turned up. If it's more comfortable to have them palm down, that's fine as well. So taking a few moments to get as comfortable as possible in your Yoga Nidra nest. If you want to have some kind of covering over the face or over the eyes, particularly if there might be flies or other insects around. Making sure that any phones or other devices are turned off so you won't be disturbed. So position yourself in such a way that the head, neck, and trunk are aligned on the left and on the right. And then allowing the body to be soft and heavy, relaxing down into the floor. Be aware of your body. Be aware of your whole body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, and from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. However you feel your body is okay. You cannot do this incorrectly. So being aware of the body, however you feel your body is okay. You cannot do this incorrectly. Know that you have the ability to move your body, but that you are not using that ability in this moment. Choosing to remain still. Experience the stillness. Repeat to yourself silently, I can move my body, but I choose to remain completely still. Experience stillness throughout your entire body. Be aware of the stillness, of the ability to move, but that you are choosing to remain still. Yoga Nidra has now begun. Survey the body from the head to the toes and the toes to the head. However you feel your body is okay. You cannot do this incorrectly. You may see with your inner eye. If you see with your inner eye, that's fine. And if you do not see with your inner eye, that's fine as well. Observe the body as if you were really curious, looking into the small nooks and crannies, as if you were an explorer, surveying a place for the first time and in great depth. Let your awareness move deep within the body and travel through the center of the bones and organs. You may experience sensations in the physical body, in the organs, in the bone marrow, or you may experience a feeling or emotion or a sensation of energy. Any type of sensation you feel or ways of experiencing the body are welcome. Let your awareness sink into the head, dropping deep within the head. Allow your awareness to move through the head, behind the forehead, eyebrows and eyes. Awareness moving through the center of the cheekbones and the jaw. Awake and aware. Awareness moving down through the neck and to the right shoulder. Let your awareness move into the center of the bones, to the very bone marrow itself. Allow your mind to travel through the bone marrow of the right upper arm bone. Through the elbow, through the lower arm bones, awareness traveling through the center of the bones of the right wrist, through the bones of the right hand and fingers. Awareness returning now through the bones of the right wrist. The lower arm, the elbow, the upper arm, and the right shoulder. Awareness moving to the left shoulder, down through the bones of the left upper arm. Let your observation be keen yet relaxed. Mind travels down through the left elbow, through the bone marrow of the lower arm bones, awareness through the left wrist and bones of the hand. Observation moves through the bones of the left fingers, let your mind travel back up through the center of the bones of the left wrist, and lower arm. Awareness moving through the left elbow, and upper arm. Back up to the left shoulder. Let your awareness remain deep as it descends through the chest, moving through the two lungs, awareness moves through the heart and stomach, liver and gallbladder, through the kidneys, continue to allow the mind to move through the intestines, and reproductive organs. Let your awareness move into the center of the right hip. Allow the mind to move through the marrow of the right upper leg bone, through the right knee and lower leg bones, awareness continuing through the ankle, bones of the right foot and toes. Observation moves back up through the bones of the ankle, lower leg and knee, continue to let the mind travel through the bone marrow of the right upper leg bone, and hip. Awareness travels through the center of the bones of the left hip, allow the mind to move through the marrow of the left upper leg bone, through the left knee and lower leg bones. Awareness continuing through the ankle and bones of the left foot and toes. Observation moves back up through the bones of the ankle, lower leg, and knee. Continue to let the mind travel through the bone marrow of the left upper leg bone, and hip. Awareness comes to the tip of the tailbone and moves inside the tailbone. Let the mind travel up through the center of the sacrum and through each vertebra of the spine. The mind travels up through the spine until it finally returns back to the center of the head. Allow your attention to come to rest on the forehead. Become aware of the point between the eyebrows, the third eye center. You may experience the point as skin, bone, or some other physical aspect, or as a feeling, an awareness of prana, such as a pulsation or vibration. You may see the point with your inner eye. You may see light, like a point of light, like a blue star. You may hear sound or have a memory. You do not need to look for any of these experiences, but know that they can arise. Become aware of your throat. You may experience it in some physical way, or as a feeling, or pranic awareness. You may see with your inner eye, point of light, blue star. Be aware of your right shoulder. Allow any sensations to arise. Be aware of your right elbow. Any sensations are welcome. Simply observe without judgment what arises. Be aware of your right wrist. Be aware of the tip of your right thumb. Tip of your right index finger. Tip of your right middle finger. Tip of your right ring finger. Tip of your right little finger. Be aware of your right wrist. Be aware of your right elbow, your right shoulder, throat, the left shoulder, your left elbow, left wrist, tip of your left thumb, tip of your left index finger, tip of your left middle finger, tip of your left ring finger, tip of your left little finger, and be aware of your left wrist. Your left elbow, your left shoulder, your throat, be aware of the center of your chest. Physical sensation, feeling, pranic sensation, point of light, blue star. Be aware of the right chest. Be aware of the center of your chest. Be aware of the left chest. Center of the chest. The navel. The perineum. The right hip. Allow any sensations to arise. Right knee. Right ankle. The tip of the right big toe. Tip of the right second toe. Tip of the right third toe. Tip of the right fourth toe. Tip of the right little toe. The right ankle. The right knee. The right hip. Perineum. Left hip. Left knee. Left ankle. Tip of the left big toe. Tip of the left second toe. Tip of the left third toe. Tip of the left fourth toe. Tip of the left little toe. The left ankle. left knee, left hip, perineum, physical or feeling awareness, pranic sensation, point of light or blue star, the navel, the center of the chest, the throat, the point between the eyebrows. Breathe as though your whole body is breathing without actually altering the physical breath in any way. Simply focus the mind on the breath. Visualize that you are exhaling from the top of your head down to your toes. Breathe as though you are inhaling from the toes up to the top of your head. Exhale from the top of the head down to the toes. Inhale from the toes up to the top of the head. Continue to exhale from the top of the head down to the toes. Inhale from the toes up to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head down to the ankles. Inhale from the ankles up to the top of the head. Continue to exhale from the top of the head down to the ankles. Inhale from the ankles to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head down to the knees. Inhale from the knees up to the top of the head. Continue to exhale from the top of the head down to the knees. Inhale from the knees up to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head down to the perineum at the base of the spine. Inhale from the perineum at the base of the spine up to the crown of the head. Exhale from the top of the head down to the navel. Inhale from the navel up to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head to the space in the center of the chest. Inhale from the space in the center of the chest up to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head down to the throat. Inhale from the throat up to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head down to the bridge between the nostrils. Inhale from the bridge between the nostrils up to the top of the head. Exhale from the space between the eyebrows to the bridge between the nostrils. Inhale from the bridge between the nostrils to the space between the eyebrows. Continue to exhale from the space between the eyebrows to the bridge between the nostrils. Inhale from the bridge between the nostrils to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale from the top of the head down to the bridge between the nostrils. Inhale from the bridge between the nostrils up to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head down to the throat. Inhale from the throat up to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head to the space in the center of the chest. Inhale from the space in the center of the chest up to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head down to the navel. Inhale from the navel up to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head down to the perineum at the base of the spine. Inhale from the perineum at the base of the spine up to the crown of the head. Exhale from the top of the head down to the knees. Inhale from the knees up to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head down to the ankles. Inhale from the ankles up to the top of the head. Exhale from the top of the head down to the toes. Inhale from the toes up to the top of the head. Be aware of the space between the eyebrows. Breathe as though you are breathing from the space between the eyebrows. Be aware of the space at the throat. Visualize at the throat a moon. Be aware of the space at the heart center. Go deep, deep within the space. Go deep into the silence. Empty, empty, empty. Go deep into the stillness and the silence in the space of the heart. Empty, empty, empty. This voice will speak again in 10 minutes. Be aware of the space at the heart center. Be aware of the deep stillness and silence that is in that space. Allow your attention to carry that deep stillness and silence. Be aware of the space at the throat, bringing with you that deep stillness and silence. Be aware of the space between the eyebrows. Be aware of the quietness of your mind while remaining aware of that deep stillness and silence that is beneath, behind, or subtler than the mind. Be aware of the smoothness of the breath while continuing to remain aware of that deep stillness and silence inside of, deeper than the breath. Be aware of the stillness of the physical body while holding awareness of that deep stillness and silence. While you remain aware of that deep stillness and silence that is underneath, behind, or subtler than the quiet mind, the smooth breath, and the still body, gently move your fingers and toes. Continue to move your fingers and toes. Begin to move your arms and legs, awakening them gently. Move however you wish as you integrate the experience of Yoga Nidra into your waking state. Bring that deep stillness and silence with you. Keep it with you while you resolve to return to this state of deep stillness and silence often. You can slowly open your eyes. Yoga Nidra is now complete.